I think we need to be thinking about AI consciousness for many reasons. One is that by understanding AI consciousness will help us understand how our brains work, they'll understand how we perceive things, how to influence perception. Of course, marketing is in the explicit business of influence, and we of course need to do that safely and responsibly. So AI consciousness will ultimately help us understand how biological brains work, and ultimately how AI's brains work, which are essentially a new species of entity that we'll be marketing to. So consciousness will help us do much more effective marketing. I think there was a study recently that argued that 60% of the population believe that AIs are conscious, and this could have some implications that are positive, some implications that are negative. And in terms of the workplace, people need to understand that these models are at the moment statistical in terms of how they respond. They are actually quite convincing in terms of whether they are conscious. And the more that we believe that they're conscious, more we believe that the output is correct. We need to be careful about believing that the output is correct, and which is why verification of AIs have become a very important topic for me. So if we do build conscious AIs, we need to be able to determine whether it is consciousness, and there's people who've been thinking about this for many years. I believe there are really two perspectives. One is we need to look at the behaviors of an AI. There's a concept, for example, called the mirror test, which is if I put some dirt on your head and put you in front of a mirror, do you do this instead of do this? And this is an indication that you're sort of self-aware. So there are tests out there that will look at external behaviors, but as we build AIs that are much more biologically orientated, AIs that operate, where their brains operate like our biological brains, we can look inside their brains to see if there are correlations between their brain patterns and our brain patterns. If there are authentic correlations, then that might also be an indication that AIs are conscious. I think for me, the question of does it matter if AI is conscious is probably not the right question. What I'm more concerned about is, can a machine feel pain or suffer in any way? It's a concept called mind crime. I think that we do potentially run the risk as we build more and more intelligent machines. The argument is that by building intelligence and having intelligence operate in motion, that consciousness sort of emerges from this interaction of these things that we call intelligence. And if we accidentally build more and more intelligent machines, we accidentally then spawn machines that are conscious, and we might not know it. And what we need to do is mitigate pain and suffering. So what I'm interested in less is the question of consciousness. Now more, I'm interested in what it means for something to feel pain.